probably harsh to say the worst performance ever, but frustrating. I feel keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Probably started off with the bowling. Our bowling's been one thing that's been working this tournament, and today a well below performance probably bar Imi was exceptional once again. But the rest of the guys, probably 5 out of 10 performance with the ball, 30 runs too many, and then the same thing with the bat once again. Guys or starting our innings losing wicket again, and then we build something nicely, get a partnership going, and then wicket, and then build, and then wicket. So I feel like I'm saying the same things over and over again, and that's really, really frustrating. But for me at the moment, it's a confidence thing. The guys they're playing with low confidence and therefore making more mistakes. Well, I think through the season they do that. We've had some great performances in the season, but naturally, as I said, what's happening at the moment is we started the tournament probably average poorly, and the spin-off of that has been that the knock-on effect of that is the guys are now, there's a lot of pressure on this team to do well, and the fact that every game you play there's more pressure on you now, because there's a lot of people rightly and fairly criticising this team because we're not playing the cricket that we should, and therefore it makes it even more pressure on the players, and the fact that that a lot of the group is low on confidence means that we aren't producing the results that we need. So I don't think it's necessarily a case of people playing in different leagues and doing well. I think it's just a case of the nature of this tournament specifically. You need to start well, you need your players in form, you need a few guys on a purple patch, and if you do have that, then hopefully from there you start playing some good cricket. If you look at all the other teams that's doing well, they've got guys in their team that's consistently doing that, and we haven't had, apart from Imi, we haven't had a purple patch guy in our team that just comes in every game and dishes out good performances. So as a whole, as a team, we've got a lot of guys very low in confidence at the moment. I don't think we'll ever have a perfect answer for that, because he's probably biting it too much, but we did try and get him not to go to the IPL, to try and stay and get fresh. That wasn't a case of, and then when he went there, we were like, let's try and get him back halfway through the IPL, because it's important, not just for him, but a few other players. I spoke about it before the IPL even started, that it's important that we try and find space to rest our 3 format players, because they play all the formats all the time and then IPL. So I don't think it's necessarily just the IPL, but it was important for a few guys to rest, and the fact that they didn't meant that they came into the tournament not fresh. That's not an excuse, that's just a fact. And KG is, you can see his pace is probably a little bit down for me where he normally is. But that challenge is we're going to have as a team all the time. You can't, unfortunately, go back with the national side and say to KG, listen, you're going to rest for the next 2 series. He's such a big player for the team. It's a difficult thing to do. You need guys that can, you need 3 or 4 or 5 bowlers in the wings waiting, so you can have a bit of a rotation system. And that was the plan with Anrich in the backup in the pipeline, but then he got injured as well, so therefore all our pace is gone. And then there's so much responsibility on KG to carry that load of being the lone fast bowler. Yes, definitely. I'm a very proud player and captain, and playing for South Africa means a lot for me. And the fact that the results that we're dishing out at the moment, it's really, really tough. And borderline today wasn't, it's becoming where it's a little bit embarrassing. We're trying, but it's just not good enough. And it's obviously I'm human as well, so it will keep chipping at me as well. Sorry about that. But I don't have an opportunity to go anywhere. It's important, as I said, it's important that the coach, myself, the senior players are the guys that needs to front up to this challenge. That's when your players need you the most. So right now, I need to be there for the other players as well. Yeah, it's tough, huh? That's where it's lying at the moment. I've tried certainly my best to try and make sure that we can get stronger, trying to get better. And I thought before today, even though we are losing, I did feel that there was a upwards curve in the cricket that we were playing. We started doing more things right since the Afghanistan game. New Zealand game, we played a good game of cricket. One or two things perhaps you could have done a little bit better. But today, then taking a step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, that's not a great team. For me, we're sitting at that mediocre team at the moment because we're making the same mistakes all the time. So, yeah, I'll go back and do exactly the same as we did last week, trying to make sure that you have to keep trying. Unfortunately, you can't go away. Otherwise, because there is naturally in your team, you'll always have guys when they're low in confidence, they'll get quiet and they will go away and into the backgrounds a little bit. But yeah, for me as a captain, that's not something I can do.